President Trump. U.S. will not extend the tariff suspension after July 9.
Nghệ An announces resolutions from the National Assembly and Provincial Party Committee on the two-tier local government model.
Enhancing road passenger transport during Vinh Airport's temporary closure.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yến and let's get started. On June 29th, the U.S. President Donald Trump just confirmed that there are no plans to extend the 90-day suspension of tariffs on most countries after July 9th, the deadline he set for negotiations. The U.S. leader also warned that the trade sanctions would take effect if the countries failed to reach an agreement with the U.S.
In an interview with Fox News, Trump emphasized that the U.S. would send notification letters to trade partners very soon before the deadline. In April, President Trump announced a series of new tariffs applicable to many trade partners but temporarily suspended enforcement for several countries for 90 days to facilitate negotiations. The Trump administration aims to achieve 90 trade agreements within 90 days, however. Trump also highlighted the difficulty of reaching individual agreements with each partner, stating, "There are over 200 countries, and we cannot negotiate with each one of them."
According to Bloomberg, Iran has expressed skepticism about the sustainability of the temporary ceasefire with Israel, mediated by the U.S., and warned that it is ready to respond if attacked again.
We have serious doubts about the other parties' commitment to their obligations, including the ceasefire, said Abdolrahim Musavi, chief of staff of the Iranian Armed Forces. As reported by the semi-official Fars news agency, we are prepared to respond strongly if aggressive actions are repeated, Iran stated. Musavi's remarks came during a phone call on June 29 with Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman, discussing the Iran-Israel ceasefire that took effect on June 24. Previously, a surprise Israeli airstrike on June 13 resulted in the deaths of several senior figures in Iran's military and nuclear sectors, including Musavi's predecessor. In a related move, Iran has requested the United Nations, UN, to confirm that Israel and the U.S. are responsible for the 12-day conflict.
This morning, June 30th, Nghệ An Province held a solemn ceremony to announce the resolutions from the National Assembly and the Standing Committee of the National Assembly regarding the conclusion of the activities at the District Administrative Unit and the rearrangement of the Commune Administrative Units, the decisions on the establishment of the Commune Party Committees, the leaderships and the personnel for the communes.
At the ceremony, Mrs. Vo Thi Minh Sen, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairwoman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, and Head of the Provincial Delegation to the National Assembly, announced the resolutions from the National Assembly and the Standing Committee, along with related. At the ceremony, Mrs. Vo Thi Minh Sen, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairwoman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, and Head of the Provincial Delegation to the National Assembly, announced the resolutions from the National Assembly and the Standing Committee, along with related decisions, notably, Resolution 1678 regarding the rearrangement of commune administrative units in Nghệ An for 2020.
Upcoming are some updated news.
On the evening of June 29th, the third Da Nang Asian Film Festival, Dan AFF3, was officially launched in Da Nang. The theme for this year is DANAFF, A Bridge to Asia. The festival will take place from June 29th to July 5th, providing an opportunity to celebrate creativity, cultural diversity, and connections among regional cinemas. DANAFF3 includes various programs and activities, such as a competition for Asian and Vietnamese films, a showcase titled Vietnamese Cinema Today, featuring 19 new Vietnamese films produced in the past year, artist workshops, and a Nurturing Talent workshop. The festival will screen a total of 106 films with 184 showings at theaters and outdoor venues throughout Da Nang.
At the Vung Ang Economic Zone in Ha Tin, the Vinfast electric car manufacturing plant has been officially inaugurated. Vinfast Ha Tin is equipped with one of the most modern production lines in Southeast Asia. In its initial phase, the factory has a designed capacity of approximately 200,000 vehicles per year, averaging about 35 vehicles produced every hour. It will focus on manufacturing small urban electric vehicles such as the VF3, Minio Green, and EC Van. The plant is expected to create around 6,000 direct jobs and may expand its workforce to 15,000 in the future, contributing to job creation and enhancing social welfare in the local area.
This morning, June 30th, in Vinh City, Nghệ An, the German Career Orientation Bus Tour, Carrying a Million Dreams program took place. This initiative is part of a series of activities celebrating 50 years of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Germany. The program helps students learn in depth about study and work pathways in Germany, legal labor migration conditions, dual vocational training programs, scholarships, German language certificates, and vocational training models in Vietnam according to German standards. Additionally, the program features cultural experiences, such as exploring Germany through virtual reality technology, understanding student life, and enjoying traditional cuisine. The career orientation bus will travel to Ha Tin in early July.
According to the plan, Vinh Airport will officially suspend operations for 5 months starting July 1st for upgrades and repairs. As a result, passengers will need to switch to alternative transport options like road or rail travel. Enhancing road transport capacity is to ensure the safe and convenient travel for the public is a key focus during this period. More in the story.
With the temporary closure of Vinh Airport, air travel will be disrupted, compelling passengers to opt for road and rail transport. Road transport is expected to experience the highest increase in demand. In response, many transport companies are adjusting their services to ensure uninterrupted travel for passengers.
We have added 20 additional sleeper bus trips specifically from Nghệ An and Ha Tin to Hanoi, as well as to destinations like Da Nang and Quang Binh.
Currently, Nghệ An Bus Station Joint Stock Company has increased its capacity to accommodate approximately 210 vehicles from various companies, facilitating the transport of passengers to and from 37 fixed routes across the country. Following the announcement of Vinh Airport's temporary closure, Bac Vinh Bus Station has prepared to fully accommodate all passenger transport vehicles and companies. Vinh Airport will not be able to resume operations until December 31st, 2025. Therefore, during this period, transport companies must increase their service frequency to meet the travel needs of the public. Additionally, local authorities need to focus on supporting and monitoring service quality, ensuring that transport companies comply with legal regulations to guarantee smooth and safe operations.
The last story just ended our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.